This is ARAH or Ara of Night, your fashion consigliere. Apologies for the glasses and the lens flare. I am here to talk to you about today everything that's been going on in the world. Basically, I haven't done this in ages, so please allow me some licenses and please allow me if I talk too fast. But today I'm going to be talking about something specific and near and dear to my heart, which is Vogue and blackness and all of this other stuff that's going on in the world. But please, before I say anything, I have started a new channel with the Fashion Archive and Pre the Drop. Great writers in my opinion, and educators as well. So we have a YouTube channel called the Anti-Fashion Fashion Show, a podcast, and I really would love if you could subscribe there as well. I know I haven't been here for some time, and really and truly it's mostly because of what's been going on, and two, everybody knows, or at least those that have been here since the beginning know that I plan on creating a whole scheme for all the information that I have to divulge to you guys. So there's a lot of work that goes into that, and please be patient with me. I will deliver it quite soon. Everything will start in summer. But without further ado, with all of that out of the way, let's get into the video. So basically, everything that's been happening recently is that Vogue and other fashion companies and other creative companies have been coming out in support of the black culture, or just black, yeah, actually. So everybody of African descent, Vogue has come in and said, well, all the creative companies, Adidas, Nike, all of these people have said they stand with black people. However, the people that work there have this understanding that they don't really stand with them like that, and black voices have been coming out that just are gobsmacked. Basically, they don't understand how these companies can say such things, but also, you know, F with their mental health. And institutions such as universities have come out as well, saying that they defend and love black people or black culture, but really do effed up thing. You should follow UAL Truths for some of that stuff. There's a lot of talk about the University of Kent also, but yeah, like, I just personally want to talk about Condé Nast, Leon Talley, Anna Wintour, and Vogue, right? So Leon Talley came out with this book called the Chiffon Trenches, and it's a book that details his time and tenure, and, you know, the love and support that he should be getting around, you know, everything that he's done. So like, just by me personally, like, seeing a black guy in one of those positions at a company, be it gay, straight, or other, it's like, it really turned me on to the idea of writing there or even working there. And you know, there are some things that, you know, I'd have to omit, which I'll get into later, but him just being there said I could possibly do that as well. But what we know about Leon Talley is he's the best of the best. He knew Diana Vreeland, he worked with all of these other people. I've got an article detailing his accounts there, and yeah, like, he was one of the first fashion articles that I wrote, and I just wanted to, like, you know, tip my hat to him in some certain regards. But he did say that, you know, Anna Wintour doesn't understand black people or black culture, and, you know, she's not really like she can't show decent human emotional kindness or respect, especially to him. I want to point that out. He's talking to him, right? Leon Talley came in those positions and was tokenized in those positions. So as an editor at large, being at one of the highest positions there, I don't know anyone that likens to him over his time working there, or his time that where, you know, as an editor, I didn't see him groom another editor, and I would have loved to see that. However, you know, black people of the older generation, whatever, it doesn't matter. But we're here today. Yeah, so I don't know whether he's, said anything or be anything, but nobody has come to his defense on these charges and on these accounts. So I can only know what I know, right? And I know that Leon Talley didn't have a mentee. He didn't have a protege. He doesn't talk about any of the other black people or black writers or black editors in fashion. And that's just that. And that is what I'm going off, right? So he was tokenizing these positions, and he seemed to love his time at Vogue, love his time in the fashion industry, until Chiffon Trenches comes out and he says that this is a love letter to Anna Wintour. But I can't really understand how, when he says certain things like she can't show decent human emotion, a smile or respect or regard, it takes me to, it's a read between the lines things, and this is directly from him. I will actually put the interviews and articles in the bio as well. But when you put all of these things together, because really and truly, Anna Wintour is not the only person. She doesn't sign up. This is Condé Nast we're speaking about. So basically, the whole fashion industry in one company. So this is a trickle down and big tendrilled thing. And I know so many black British writers that are that just don't have a voice like that. And I know a lot of people that are making their magazines that just haven't been propped up by anyone, really. And you get black artists and black creatives, when they want to do something, they go to Vogue. So as recent as Samuel Ross, where he made his fund for black artists and black creatives, he decided to go to Vogue. Vogue being somewhat tone deaf of what's been going on now, or the menswear revolution and evolution. There hasn't been care taken for all of the things that are coming on right now, and that hasn't been addressed. But there are people that are going to Vogue for whatever they want, and then now there are even people doing Vogue challenges, which are putting the Vogue letters on their work as some sort of stamp of approval, or I don't know what it is, but I don't really jive with it, mostly because Vogue doesn't deserve all of that stuff. Vogue is no stamp for anything that comes from black culture, and I'm just saying that as a matter of fact thing. I'm not saying that I hate Vogue, but they haven't brought me a new black artist. It's not something that they've done. And they haven't shown me someone that I don't already know. It's only down to the powers. You literally have to be a superpower like Beyonce or Rihanna to even be able to do these type of things. And Rihanna knows Edward Edenfeld, and she got a September issue, and all of these other things that goes on, and it's black women on every cover and all of this stuff, and it was a month of that, right? But what about all the other months in all of the other years from all the other decades? And there's only Naomi Campbell and all of these other things, as someone that's partly inside the fashion industry, but not really. I'm just a fashion writer. I have no powers. I just know black artists, and I write about them, and I write about other things as well, as you guys know, and I talk about other things, as you guys know. But I look for black artists on the regular. That is what I do. I'm technically an editor at large, a staff writer, and an editor-in-chief of my own website, nytypical.net. And I make sure that I talk about all the things from the culture. And I've got the Super Rookie, which I include black and other diverse people of color as well. And I've got the Black Renaissance as well, which I've been talking about for years, and wrote my first articles from that last October in my Black History Month. And I've got many more articles to come and all of these things. But there are other great great like magazines, like not fashion ones, not certainly fashion centric ones like mine. And there are a lot of other, you know, just cultural centric magazines as well. I love to talk about fashion, so does the Fashion Roadman or Fashion Archive, or Denial. Like, he loves to do that as well. And we focus on fashion. We focus our writing on fashion, and you know, we just adore it to that extent where it's like, it's not really about the color, but we make sure to include everybody in our conversations and speak for the, you know, the multitude, because artists come from a multitude of different backgrounds. But when we talk about Vogue, it doesn't necessarily display that. Like, there are tokenized people. There hasn't been another great black supermodel since Naomi Campbell. Like, they prop up Adut and all of the other like African type models as well, but she's not on, like, she's not the model, she's not the it girl, because you also have other models such as the Hadid sisters, Kendall Jenner, just other, and you know, just a bunch of other names. Like, even though the industry isn't really driving with Kendall, like, but there are a lot of other ones, right? So for every one black person that they prop up and tokenize, there's probably 10, 15, 20 non-black people that they do that for as well. And I'm not even saying that it needs to be even, but when you tokenize people like that, it just feels condescending, right? But yeah, Anna Wintour came out and said that, you know, there aren't really black Vogue is technically tone deaf, you feel me? And I'm of the understanding that it's always been like that. And you know, I'm not saying that I didn't want to work at Vogue, but as I grew up, I understood that when you're coming from the trenches, there are people that are going to be in your way. And I've been shown this. Like, there are people that have come out and said, you know, working at Condé Nast is the worst time of their lives. And I can only look at that and be like, damn, I dodged a bullet. However, it would have been nice to have at least tried. And even if I did try, just as I said in my article, I would be a token. And I just despise, if anybody's watched South Park and they know that one black character that they call Token, it's always got on my nerves. And like, but yeah, I just want to say that I want there to be black people in the powerful positions that create great content for black people and for other people as well. Like, because you know, you have these particular bourgeois black people, I won't go too deep into it, but they want to be a black person that makes white content. They don't want to be a black person that makes black content, right? However, there is a need for that person, or there is a need for both of those type of people. There are people that love to make black content and constantly create for black people, and there are people that want to make a multitude of content, not just black but also diverse. And there's people that don't want to make anything black and don't want to feel like they're being tokenized in that position. However, even if they all think differently, there's a need for them in those positions, because we're at this current particular time, we're the eye and the tastemakers. So it's only to say, when you're profiting off certain cultures, when you're profiting off certain people, you should be able to give them some things. You should be able to show them that they are just as much as Vogue Korea, Vogue Arabia, Vogue that's not British and American, because I don't know whether there's even a Vogue Nigeria. Like, let's not talk about Naomi Campbell trying to do that. But yeah, we need just as much. We need just as much as they do, and like there should be that respect there. But we are here, we are in numbers, and we are also tastemakers. And you know, we talk about the fashion elite, Ojo and Ayo, as you guys know him. we talk about all of these elitists out here, and I don't know why I put elite in the quotation marks. They think they're elite because they went to certain schools, and they went to the best schools for these particular types of things, and that is what they do. And they're mainly women and gay, and different video, different day, whatever it is, right? But yeah, I just want to see more. Like, if we're gonna talk about this, let's do something about it as well, because some people are moving their mouth but words aren't coming out, substance isn't coming out. But yeah, man, like that is technically my round on this. I don't know when I'm gonna make another video again. I just felt the energy of making another video, so I decided to do it. But I'm making a series right now, like, just like I told you, the Holy Couturier, First Days in Fashion, and all of these other things, Spring of the Rookie, all of these things. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. I probably, if this video comes out, like probably today. But yeah, holler you in a minute. Peace. And this is Christopher's bodyguard, the definite daddy, but I'm a Queen's Muse himself. Oh, but yeah, man. Till next time, peace, blessings, and salutations. Please look at my website, nytypical.net, and I'll holler you again, man.